Hello and welcome to week 32 of the West Marches. Nailed it. Good. I'm super
Such
stoked.
conviction.
Yeah, I
He
know.
thinks. So he
It's,
thinks.
so I think.
Still not sure.
I suspect. I did actually look it up though. So this time, I feel like we're all on the same page as far as the week is concerned. How's everybody doing today? How are your weeks, ladies and gentlemen?
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Did a lot of work.
Um,
I just got back from a road trip.
no
Where'd
way.
you go?
Not far. just to Sheridan, Wyoming.
Can you tell us what for?
Sounds amazing.
It was for that we got hired out to do improv comedy for the Best Western Hotel.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
That sounds like fun.
It was actually a lot of fun. We got to sample some local bar flavor in downtown Sheridan.
That sounds extreme, Zeke.
Oh, it was extreme. It was all drinking. That was it.
And could you handle it?
Oh, I'm a Montana boy. I can handle my drinking.
All right, good. I'm glad to hear it. Have you done much improv comedy before?
Oh yeah, I've been doing it for 15 years.
Nice. Very
Yeah.
cool. Was this like with a troupe that you're a part of, or what?
Yes, Projectile Comedy is the
sick.
name of the troupe.
Super cool.
Yeah, we do like game-based improv, like Whose Line Is It Anyway stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I love
it's a lot of
Whose
fun.
Line.
Game based? That sounds kind of neat. Is there
Do you
any
mean,
like recordings anywhere?
Is there what?
Recordings.
Actually, we have a hype video that's in the making right now
Cool.
Awesome.
that we can give to people and show people and such.
Super rad.
Yeah, so a little bit tired, from the drive and stuff, but I'm here. I'm ready. I was here on time.
That's okay. That's okay, Zeke. You won't have to do too much this session.
Yeah, right. I won't have to do too much this session because, where we left off, I happened to have killed a baby.
Yeah, exactly.
That's nice.
Do you? We'll get to that later.
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
I hate you, Steven.
I'm so excited. Kaitlyn, what have you been up to? And I mean actual Kaitlyn this time.
Steven loves swapping me and Shannon's names.
I don't know why. I did it last week, and then I did it again this week. Before
He did it.
we went on
He's
air.
done
was
it
terrible.
so much that I'm like not certain now if he says Kaitlyn, if he's referring to me. So that's
Yep.
why he made sure.
That's okay, Kaitlyn. You can just call me Adam from now on.
Completely interchangeable though.
Basically,
That
yeah.
one makes sense. What have I been doing? Oh, I beat Metal Gear Solid 1, so that was nice.
Are you like starting over from the beginning of the Metal Gears?
I had never played it before because I had an awful childhood. So
That sounds deprived.
report my mom to PETA or something.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
they'll come throw engine oil on your mother while she's shopping at the grocery store. Instead of blood, it's not animals. It's Metal Gear. Yeah, okay.
That works.
I'm
And
glad
now-
everybody else got that.
Now all I do is listen to the Metal Gear 1 soundtrack, Metal Gear Solid 1, and I just say the same 3 lines over and over again. Second floor basement? Oh, it's just a box. And you're that ninja. And that's it.
Very nice.
It's like my entire life now.
Are you gonna play the rest of them?
Yeah, I want to.
Awesome. I don't know. What did Metal Gear 1 come out on?
Metal Gear came out on like MX. I don't even remember what the system's called.
Okay.
It was in Japan, so.
Rad.
And then probably the NES, but it might be in the SNES.
Okay.
But it was so old. I don't know. Like it was like the
SNES?
MX.
The SNES.
I think it was the MX something. I don't know.
MSX.
So old. MXS.
In excess.
In excess. Excessive. Yeah. That sounds pretty
I need
rad.
you tonight, 'cause I'm not sleeping. In excess. Anybody? Fuck.
Yes. Yeah.
Not me.
Nope. Nothing. I got nothing.
No, I got you. Auto
Trump neither.
1 for
All
3.
good.
Trump. How you
Oh.
doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Came off from nice vacation. Gonna go on another vacation. Since there's gonna be something special announced from Hearthstone's side on March 11th, and rumor has it that a few days earlier there's gonna be some kind of press meeting. That coincidentally is when I'll be missing. I can't
Okay.
really say more than that.
Well, that sounds
He also
entirely
started playing Final Fantasy 14 off to the side. Fun game.
awesome.
So JP's wet dream.
Explain.
Do JP and Strippin still play Final Fantasy 14?
I
No
think
idea.
I'm not sure. I only know that he's fucking obsessed with like Final Fantasy Online. So yeah.
I do remember that. That makes a lot of sense. Shannon, what have you
Yeah.
been up to for the past week?
I have been playing a game called Life in Bunker, which is basically like it's a post-apocalyptic bunker building game. So the graphics are a little kind of awkward and clunky, but it's kind of neat because it's a bit like Evil Genius, but with nuclear bomb bunkers. So it's all right. I'm getting into it. Yeah.
Very cool. Did that just come out?
Yeah, recently, but I don't know how recently. It's very like indie. I've not really heard much about it. I just saw it on the Steam sale and I picked it up. I thought it was kind of interesting looking. So I can't really tell you whether or not it would be like a super recent like this week thing, but I've not really seen anyone else play it, so I decided to give it a go. I would say actually if you're really into base building, I would just go with RimWorld over this. But yeah, it was interesting just because of the concept.
Never played RimWorld. Weird. What was I gonna ask? I was gonna ask Z something, but I don't remember. Crap.
Don't bother.
Let's play a game. So, where did we leave off last time? Does anybody remember what happened in the last episode?
Nope. I don't think I was here actually.
Kelly got screwed.
I
Kellen
think
got
you
straight
just
screwed.
missed that one.
No, I didn't miss anything.
That's
I totally hit something.
Yep. You were pretty.
You crit it,
pretty
if I
accurate.
remember right.
Yeah.
So, Kellen, you what exactly was that setup? You came across a room that's had a sign hanging on the door that said, "Danger, do not enter in the company of the sighted."
Right. And we sent the imp in.
Yes, you all closed
And
your
then-
eyes and like averted your gazes, and then you sent the imp in.
Yep. And then we heard a baby crying.
Yep.
And I walked in and I saw what was about to happen.
Yep.
And I was gonna stop it. I was gonna stop it.
It's a good thing you intervened.
Yeah, because the imp was gonna eat that baby, and
It's true.
I was gonna stop it. And instead of me stopping the imp from eating the baby, I critted the baby with
Yeah,
my
about that.
short sword.
Yes.
And because I failed my charisma save,
You mean
And-
succeeded your charisma save?
there you go. You could say that, I suppose. And now we'll see what happens to me.
Yep. Yes, we will. And did anything else happen? Yeah. So let's run down the list of strange things that you all interacted with last time. You all were very interactive.
We opened up a few different doors, and there was one door that had like a box in it, and inside the box was some strange flying beetle thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Bardrick swiped it and put it in her pocket, and then it immediately had this sort of way of speaking to her, which was really strange, and asked for directions. And she didn't really know what for, but she just figured the directions that she was following, so continuing to go down the corridor. So it shot out of her pocket at lightning speed, and apparently, although we didn't see it, it must have burrowed its way into the head of one of the Scriveners, because moments later, they started carrying one guy with like a hole in his head down the corridor and looking for medical attention. So that's good. You know, beetle bullets. I don't know why.
Yep.
That's the thing.
And I picked up a beautiful, beautiful
Yeah.
statue
Yes.
that we found beside a bed, an old running bed. And I don't remember the exact description. I just know that it has like lips at the top where a man's head would have been, and the head was torn off. Or
Yeah, it's like the statue of a man, and it's instead of having a head, it's got like this weird exploded, extrusion at the top, and then in the middle of all that, there's a pair of lips just sitting at the top of its neck stump, basically.
Because Stephen is weird.
Hey, look, don't blame me.
It's not anybody else's idea.
Okay, I don't really have a good rebuttal for that, but let's just move on. Yeah, so you guys have some weird stuff with you now. Frecky has this statue. You guys are no longer in possession of the beetle, but Bardrick was in possession of it briefly. And you returned, and I think the last thing that we did was that we opened the door to the cradle room, right? Because Donald came down and joined you all, and that's where we last left off, right?
Right, no fair. I need to get a share of some of this treasure, too.
It's true. Donald had a series of very entertaining adventures trying to throw off his tail.
Not the least of which involved taking a dump.
It's true.
Role-playing an actual shit. Good.
I'd like to just mention to you guys, I took the fall for you. Otherwise, you'd have scriveners all over you.
Well,
What exactly did you take the fall for them for?
I believe one of you wasn't very sneaky, either Bardrick or Frecky.
Yes.
One of them. Frecky.
it was fair.
Yep. And I had to just make sure to intercede and be like, oh, hey, I kind of need to take a dump.
Yeah, that was good misdirection there. Okay, awesome. So
One quick thing
Yeah.
before we start. There's
Okay.
a good theory going on that charisma save fail was actually to grant Kellen's deepest desire.
Yeah, because deep down, Kellen wants to destroy all babies.
I think that sounds pretty plausible. I mean, who really knows what was really in that room? Maybe if somebody else had seen it, they would have seen something completely different.
Those babies told me else to see something different. Shut up.
We're gonna see some salt today, Chad. It's gonna
Yeah,
be good.
there's a lot of tension going on.
It's gonna be delicious.
Well, there's only salt out of character. In character, there's just pain,
It's just terror. Yeah.
torment.
All right, so yeah, you guys are down here in this sub-level beneath the Scrivener's Tower, the Tower of 117 Fires. Three Scriveners just carried one of their members out past you. He had a hole burrowed into his head, and he was sort of holding it and moaning, and the others were saying, "We need medical attention quickly. You just opened this door. What else are you going to do?" You'd made it all the way to the far end of this circular hallway where there was a staircase leading down to another sublevel, but you've only been down the right-hand arc of this circular hallway. You haven't looked down the left-hand arc yet at all.
Right, we left off at door 43.
Yes.
If I remember. Do we know the thing that you told us after the session ended last week? Do we know that? Do our characters, are they aware of that? Or
Regarding what?
Kellen's results from
No,
this
your
thing?
characters don't know.
Oh, damn. Okay. Crap. All right.
All right, well, we made it deep here. There's so much treasure lying around. It would be a shame to leave it behind. Shall we open some more doors?
I mean, we came this far. I don't see why not. Let's go. And then Bardrick just runs over to the next door. Come on, Kellen. You just need to shake it off. Shake it off. It's all good.
You'll get over it, Kellen.
Yeah, and
Shake it off.
that was cold, Kellen. You know, Hextia can probably resurrect that baby, too. Just carry it in your back, on your back.
No.
We just need a piece of it. Would you like me to skin a bone for you from it?
Don't touch the child.
Just listen to him. I've never seen him like this before. And then Bardrick runs off and starts opening up the next door.
Yeah, you just start pulling doors open as you go. Okay, so room number 43 did contain there was a low wooden table in the middle of the room with a gently curved apothecary jar sitting on it. The liquid inside was mint green, and there's like a fist-sized translucent creature that's swimming in this mint-colored liquid. Doors 44 through 50 are all empty, 10 by 10 stone rooms. And then you reach the staircase that's leading down to the right.
When you guys recap that room, I make a comment on. Wait, did you leave some magical liquid behind? That tends to be valuable, you know.
After what we found in these other rooms, even I don't want to touch it. So,
All right, then, just one moment. I'll take that. I know a thing or two about magical liquids that are worth a lot.
That's very true.
is that a euphemism?
Yes.
I had to.
Valuable magical liquids. Okay, Donald. Yeah, you run back to room number 43, push open the door. It's unlocked. There's a 10-foot by 10-foot room with a gently curved apothecary jar sitting on the middle of a low wooden table.
All right, I can see the thing swimming inside from here.
Yeah, it's hard to see. Like, you have to really get up close to it and sort of squint a little bit, but every once in a while you see just a shimmer sort of disturbing the liquid. And as you look close, yeah, you end up seeing sort of a fist-sized lump of gel with little tendrils sort of wafting off of the bottom of it.
Okay.
It's like a
Is this
jellyfish or something.
Is this something that... Oh, you have a picture.
No.
Oh, is this something that can be stoppered? Like, can be carried around?
Yeah, it is. It has a glass and rubber seal that's got it sealed off. So it's
Okay.
sealed.
I look to make sure that alarms don't go off if I pick it up.
Okay, so you're just examining?
Yeah.
Give me a perception check.
Let's see, perception. Right.
Yeah, no, there's no actual magical protection here or physical traps or anything. It's largely undefended. Besides
so
being behind a series
jug
of
on a
locked
table,
doors.
basically.
Mm-hmm.
Is it... Okay, great. And I'll take it and put it in my backpack.
Okay, very nice. It does look like the shape of the glass is shaped much like a sort of a pitcher almost. And it's about, I guess it's like 9 or 10 inches tall, all told. So yeah, you can.
Does it pour like a pitcher?
If you unstoppered it, it probably would.
Oh, so there's two entrances. There's like the top and there's a pouring thingy.
It's just the mouth is sort of it's got a divot in it that would be useful for pouring, and then the stopper inserts down into it and closes off the neck.
I see. Is there a way to fill it in without like pouring it out?
No.
Like, okay. So, okay, got it.
Yep. Okay, so you go ahead and toss it into your backpack.
Right.
Let me see.
I start caressing the body of the statue in my pocket.
Okay. Wow. It feels warm to the touch. Frecky. Okay, good. And Bardrick, you are running ahead and opening doors.
Yeah. Is there any staircase further on going down to the next level?
Yeah, once you get past door 50, the next thing on your right is actually an open staircase that's leading down into the darkness.
Okay. Well, I'm assuming that there's no more Scriveners down there since the 4 went back upstairs. So I just continue on full tilt going down the stairs.
You're heading down the stairs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Would the 4 of you make perception checks for me, please?
Yep.
Just so you know, Stephen, I'm not even. My eyes are barely even open.
Okay,
So
cool.
I'm not gonna do
You
the
aren't.
perception.
You aren't going to be noticing anything. You're a little too in your own inner world. I see.
I'm just I'm mopily following these guys along right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Bardrick, how are you carrying your root baby?
It's in my little sack on my back.
Okay, very cool. Yeah. The 4 of you head down the stairs. Let me see what you find.
Oh, did we
Yes.
go down the stairs? We checked all the rooms in here?
You've
Yeah,
checked
50
all of the
of them.
rooms along the right-hand arc of the curved corridor, but you didn't continue along the left-hand arc of the corridor.
Oh, does it not do a complete circle?
It does a complete circle, but you haven't come 360 degrees. You've come 180 degrees.
I see.
So if you're looking at the map that I've got up here, this very accurate representational map, you're at the pink square that I'm drawing here, which are staircases going down.
Okay.
And you came along this side, but you didn't go around the other side.
That's a pretty odd circle, Stephen.
It is. These scriveners are not experts at architecture, actually.
We're probably going to be upsetting every single like OCD dungeon crawler out there
Oh, yeah.
by not clearing a level before continuing on. It's fine.
Yeah, don't worry. It makes sense to go after our main goal first while they haven't noticed us. And if we have the time, we can come back here.
Oh, Donald, when you left room 43, did you close the door?
Yes.
And Bardrick, you were closing doors after you opened them as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I make sure everything looks like what it would be.
Other than the missing
stuff,
file.
yes.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Yeah, you start heading down the stairways. Now, this level that you were on, sublevel 1, it had lanterns lighting the whole corridor at various intervals. But as you descend, it starts getting darker and darker, and you realize that there are no lamps lit down below.
As we descend to the second floor basement.
Oh, we're
Yes.
on like the 4th floor below now.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anyone have a lantern? I kind of say quietly.
I start using thaumaturgy to make purple sparks and flames bounce off of my claws.
Okay.
And they swirl around my hands.
Now, the purple sparks and flames do look very inspiring and amazing, especially to people who don't know magic, but they don't cast bright enough light to really cast any sort of light source for you. Does anybody have a torch or a lantern or a light spell?
Yeah, I've got a torch. I'll pull one out and I'll go up to Kellen. I kind of just put it in his hand, assuming he's going to take it. And as I do so, I chin up. I once was in a party with some paladin. He killed an old guy too. These things happen.
Awful, wretched man. The paladin. He's a killer.
I take the torch.
Okay.
Rumor has it that old man was a demon, possibly just like the baby you killed.
This isn't really
We'll find
getting
out.
through to Kellen, is it?
Not really. I mean, this is still very fresh.
Yeah.
So I got the torch.
Can I have my flames like dance around that?
Yeah,
that's
totally.
really
You can
cool.
use thaumaturgy to cause your flames to be dancing around the torch.
So I continue on. I guess if there's any doors down here, I'll start from the right and work my way through them.
All right. Yeah, excellent. There are. So again, it's a great passageway that curves off to both the right and the left. And there's a silver bell high on the ceiling that's ringing very slowly. You hear the similar sound from both directions. On this floor, it is pitch black, except for the dim torch that Kellen holds, pushing back the darkness. Off to your left, however, there's a dim light that appears to light the corridor from somewhere out of sight, curving around.
Ooh. Guys, I think we should go towards that light. I mean, if those Scriveners were checking out the book and before, one of them got hurt, don't know how that happened, maybe we should go check it out. So I just say that and run off ahead.
Makes
Nice.
sense to me. It's tough to read books without light.
Perfect. Are you heading straight for the light, or are you opening all the doors along the way?
I'm heading straight for it.
Okay.
I leisurely follow, but I tell my imp telepathically to protect the bard, hoping that, he'll fly there before her.
Got it.
Yeah,
I
actually,
live
make
only
sure
to
that-
serve. He flies off.
I kind of, let's see, so Kellen is the only one holding light, right?
Yes.
Before you guys head off too quickly, I make sure that I stay kind of close to Kellen, trying to cheer him up in odd ways, but I direct him towards the doors. You see, it's very important to make sure no one sneaks up behind us, so we wouldn't want any Scriveners inside to come out at us.
So you're trying to check inside all of the doors to make sure there are no scriveners.
Right. Are there
That makes a lot of
of
sense.
doors?
Yeah, there's probably a door every 30 or 40 feet. And the hallway's quite long. It takes a long time to walk down it. So I can tell you that as you go down the hallway, walking in the direction of the light, you end up opening 48 doors before anything interesting happens. The light is steadily growing as you walk. It gets brighter and brighter and brighter. By the time you're at door 49, the light is bright enough that the torch is no longer useful or necessary. In fact, it's as if the entire area is bathed in direct sunlight. You do hit door 49 and you turn the doorknob. Is it Donald? Are you the one who's trying to open all of these doors?
Yeah.
Yeah, you turn the doorknob and it resists you. It's locked. It doesn't turn.
No worries. I know these locks like the back of my hand. You know how I expertly unlocked that unfortunate door behind us, but I think I've got the hang of these. I'll go ahead and just start unlocking this one.
Okay.
Taking out my...
Give me a thieves tools check.
All right, and last time you told me that I had advantage on all of these moving forward.
Yes, because you crit that one. God, that's incredible. Yeah, absolutely. You nail it. You slide your thieves tools in. It takes you longer this time. It takes you a minute or two to finally remember the correct combination of things, but slowly the lock gives way. Click, and you hear the lock disengage.
So Bardrick like gets herself all like worked up. She's like, I think this is it. I got a feeling. And she starts pushing forward Donald out of the way, and then she grabs the knob and opens it and sticks her head in.
After you, I comment.
Yeah, the room in here is not lit. And as you open the door, a bright light spills in and it pierces back the darkness. You can see the room is about 20 feet by 20 feet. There is a hole in the floor in the center of the room. It looks about 5 feet across. When you open the door, a stench assails your nostrils. It smells like rot and decay, and specifically rotting meat.
It's a bit pungent in here. Maybe plug your nose. And I cover up my face as I go forward, and I'm going to get down low and peer over the hole.
Okay. You step into the room, step up to the edge of the hole. Zeke, are you following in?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, as soon as you bring the torch in, you can see that in the corners of the room, there are human corpses piled in each corner. There are 5 of them total, and they look like they're a few days old. You approach the hole?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you like down on your belly looking over the edge? Is that what you said you were doing?
Yeah, very cautiously now that I see the corpses.
Yeah, great.
Should we warn the humans above? Certainly this is their fate.
I don't know. Do they look human?
The corpses? Oh, yes.
Okay. So yeah, I peer over the side.
Okay.
Kellen, just give me a bit of light. Like, reach your arm over. Just don't come near.
Try not to get eaten by that thing in the hole. I call out from the door.
Nice. So you're 15 feet away or something like that at the edge of the door. Got it. Yeah, the hole is incredibly deep, and the walls of the hole are carved out of a seamless obsidian. And they look like they're greased with black oil. A fetid odor rises from the lightless depths, and you can't see anything. Your torchlight is not bright enough to shine down into the bottom of the hole.
Maybe we should drop the torch down there.
Maybe we should drop a corpse down there.
I'm not big enough to touch or drag a corpse. So maybe you.
I ask my imp if he's powerful enough to wield this torch and fly down into the depths.
Yes, I can carry the torch down into the depths of the hole.
Make it so, my friend.
Very well, oh master of mine. He grabs the torch from, or Kellen, you feel a tugging on the torch. Do you let go? You don't see anything there.
Yeah,
We all hear the demon, though, right? The imp.
Yeah, I think
We've
it's
all
probably
heard it speak,
speaking.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. I let it go.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Yeah.
In the meantime,
okay.
I light up another torch and I hand it to Kellen again.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so the torch floats through the air, flapping crazily as it goes, and it flies descending down into the hole. Are y'all looking to watch as it descends?
I am.
Okay. The torch flies lower and lower. The walls are all slicked with grease and carved from black obsidian all the way down. It descends lower and lower and lower. And finally,
Does
just
it
at
strike
the,
me as like a slide?
No, it's sheer. The surface of the walls is vertical.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So it's a straight vertical drop down. The imp is bearing this torch lower and lower, the light glistening off of the walls strangely. Finally, when it's, I guess, 80 feet away from you and you can just barely make out the dim light of this torch, you see down at the very bottom of the hole some huge, massive thing, some bulbous, pallid, flesh-colored. It looks like if you took someone's large intestine and grew it up to 30 times its original size. It's just sort of coiled down there in the bottom of the hole, sitting on top of a mound of what look like head-sized pearlescent objects. The imp sort of it projects back its telepathic voice into Frecky's mind, and it says, "Master, I dare not go any lower. Surely it would be dangerous to my health." And then you see this thing sort of rise up and look up at the surface of the hole, and from the end of it, its mouth opens, and all of these massive slime-covered tentacles rise up out of its mouth and wave at you from the bottom of the hole.
I back away.
How did you know, Eric?
I don't think that this is the book. I don't think. Maybe we should go. I think we should go.
Hey, ask your imp if there are any valuables down there.
What is it sitting upon, imp?
I cannot make it out from my current distance.
You know, my imp, he's not entirely real, but he has a mind of his own now. I'm not sure if even I would feel good sending him further down.
Okay, I believe we should feed the beast, though. That seems to be what he wants. Frecky, can you help me drag this corpse over?
Of course.
Bardrick
Scamper
goes around
over.
the back and kind of like put her back up against a wall.
Nice.
And kind of like pull on Kellen a little bit to
I
come.
walk out of the room.
Kellen just leaves. No.
This
What a
is not-
nice afternoon, just corpse
This is
dragging.
not a book.
The two
Okay.
of us.
We throw the corpse down and then we get out of here.
Okay.
Agreed.
Nice. Yeah, so you drag one of the corpses. It's quite heavy. A dead person is actually much heavier than a live person.
Can I
The both of
see
you.
what their cause of death is?
Give me a medicine check.
Mine. Oh no, it's at a 1.
Yeah, Frankie doesn't really know.
Frecky's just happy that there's corpses here.
True. Yeah. Yeah, you guys drag one of the corpses. It's a man who's wearing what looks like a once green jacket, but it's faded. He didn't look very wealthy or terribly well kept. You
So
drag.
do any of them have anything in their pockets? I like look under the next corpse and pillage slightly.
Yeah, I think once you dump this body, you can probably spend some time rummaging through the pockets of the others.
Of course, they won't
Yeah.
be needing their goods.
All right, you dump the corpse down into the pit, and you hear it bouncing off of the walls, and then it thuds
Oh.
into the bottom with a wet, sick thump. And then you hear this as I guess if you're looking over the edge, you can actually see the creature devouring this corpse from head first as it's using these tentacles to pull and push the body into its mouth. Yes. It looks like where it landed, those head-sized opalescent objects burst wetly.
It's fucking disgusting, Stephen.
You guys are the ones that came in here.
God.
Can I tell that they burst?
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like it has young of its own.
Yeah, I think it's time to go. And Bardrick slips
Yeah,
out the
it's
door.
time to go.
Okay, cool. Frankie, are you staying behind to look at the pockets of all of the corpses?
Are the little babies gonna come eat me?
Are you trying to figure that out?
I'm still gonna very quickly, the greed and the character that I built and just stick into it. Yep.
I'm sorry, you're what are you doing?
Just gonna check a couple pockets. That's all.
Okay. Performing a very quick cursory search of like one corpse or something. Would you roll a quick perception check for me, please? Yeah, you do a quick pat down of the two corpses that are nearest to you, and you don't feel anything interesting immediately. So bowing to your better judgment, you get out of the room quickly.
Okay.
So-
It's not that I
to
don't
lock
like
this door.
tendrils.
Sorry, Donald, you said you were trying to lock the door again?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you relock the door quite quickly, and those of you're all ready to move on. The light is burning brightly from just down the corridor. Are you going to continue?
I continue.
Of course.
All right. Are you opening doors as you go, or heading straight for the light?
I would like to just head straight for the light. So I turn around to everybody and I just say, we don't know how long it's going to take before those Scriveners come back. I say we get to that light source. It could be it.
How many,
can check things
can
on the
we
way
count
back.
the number of doors in the way at this point? Is it really close?
Well, you still can't see it, so you don't know exactly how close it is.
There's so much treasure to be had here. Just don't worry. They don't suspect a thing as I casually open doors along the way still.
Very nice.
Bardrick kind of like clenches her little hands really nervously, but she kind of huffs and stays with everyone.
Okay.
We could open doors at twice the speed. If I opened all the left ones and you opened all the right ones.
The doors are actually only on the outer side of the corridor, so
Okay.
in the direction you're heading, they're actually only on your left.
We can open the doors 4 times as fast if we all open doors. Let's get at
True.
that.
I'm beginning to question
Guess
how
so.
much I can profit from these treasures.
You're wondering how much you can profit from the treasures?
I just say those to the party, kind of
Well,
sarcastically,
Frankie, not
because
all that glitters is gold, as you can tell from this, as I pull out the
Apple
liquid
juice.
again.
Are you pulling out the apple juice, or are you pulling out the mint green file
Mint
of
green
liquid
stuff.
Nice.
What fools you were to leave this valuable artifact behind.
So I look at Kellen one more time, and I'm just like, I kind of whisper to him so that everybody else can't hear. You remember that talk we had the other night? I'm sorry of what that room has done to you, but you made me feel like I matter, and I don't want you to forget that we have to carry on with this, otherwise this won't matter. None of it was for anything if we don't succeed. So maybe we can find a way to bring the baby back once we get all of this together.
I will see the task done.
I'm sorry. And then I kind of like turn away sheepishly and continue on.
Nice. All right, Donald. You open 9 more doors before you see anything of terrible interest. You're opening doors, and they're all just those 10-foot by 10-foot rooms with runes inscribed on the corners. Finally, at door 55 or so, you see far around the curve of the hallway, there is a door that does not have a door attached to it. There are 4 blindingly bright chemical lamps that shine at an open black doorway. The light itself doesn't appear to enter the room at all.
This could be it. And I kind of take point again and go forward and investigate.
Okay. Yeah.
When I
give me
peer
a-
in, can I see anything before she enters?
Yeah. So like, the light does enter the room. It's not like a black wall or anything like that, but it drops off incredibly quickly.
And can I see 60 feet into that
No,
darkness?
you cannot. Your dark vision is limited in here. Okay.
So, yeah. Sorry, you were asking for a roll, but I didn't hear what roll.
Yeah. How are you approaching this room?
Just stepping into it and
Okay.
like cautiously, but I want to be the first one.
Right. This does sound like the place where a book about the night would be.
Okay. Are you following Donald?
No.
Okay. So, Bardrick, give me a perception check.
Damn it.
Yeah, okay. So you step into the room. It's cold in here. You can tell that right away. You can almost feel the cold wash over you as you step into the room. And it's just pitch black. When you look behind you after you've stepped a full step into the room, you can just barely make out the dim gray light coming from the doorway. And
Ooh.
beyond in here, you see just nothing before your eyes at all. If you reach out, you're still close enough behind you, you can reach out back and feel the wall. But that's about it.
Okay. I'm actually going to step back then, and I'm going to, I guess, go through my bag and pull out
Okay.
a torch and light my own torch.
Okay. Everybody give me a perception check. Frecky, you notice when Bardrick steps back out, she does not cast a shadow. Bardrick.
Whoa.
Bardrick, have you been a creature of the night this whole time? Like me, perhaps?
What? And then I kind of like look down and I notice I don't have a shadow, and I don't think that's supposed to happen. Maybe I left it back in that room. Okay. And then I'm gonna get down and I'm gonna take out my rope and I'm gonna tie it around my waist and I'm
Cool.
gonna hand the other end to Kellen. I'm gonna say, hold on to this and don't let go.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna step into the room again.
All right.
I grab it and I tie it around my waist.
You've lit the torch and you step in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this torch that you've lit, normally it casts 20 feet of light. And when you step in, the blackness just presses crushing down on this torch. And you can see it at the end of your arm. And you can if you hold your hand out close to it, you can feel the heat. But you have to bring your hand very close to the head of the torch before you even see any shine on your hand at all.
Can I strengthen the flame using thaumaturgy? Will that give me real light?
I think, Bardrick, how many steps into the room are you?
I'm only like the first step again in, like, as far as I went last time. So like, what was that? 5 feet, 10 feet?
Yeah, probably like 2 feet. You
Okay.
can still make out the torch from where you are, Frecky, but it is very, very hard to see. So,
So-
you can cast your thaumaturgy on it now, and I think does thaumaturgy let you control the brightness of flames? I think it does something like that.
I think yes.
But you do need line of sight to the thing that you're trying to affect. So.
Can I do it through my imp? And have my imp follow her?
I think you can only cast touch spells through your imp.
Yeah. That's what you told me last time.
Yeah. So no. You could have your imp follow her and report back.
And just
If he
hold on to
wants
the rope.
to, I give him the decision this time.
He sighs and he says, "I live but to serve," and he flies, flapping into the darkness. He rests on Shannon's shoulder, so Shannon, Bardrick, you feel a weight sort of press down on your right shoulder.
Ugh. Right.
I talk in a hushed tone to
Thing.
Frecky outside of Kellen's earshot. It's great that we have such brave teammates.
You didn't fool me when you let her go first.
So I'm going to just I'm going to shout back. Can you guys still hear me?
Yep, it sounds no different from usual.
Okay, so sound still works. Okay. So I'm going to just keep talking while I keep walking. And if I stop talking, then save yourselves, pull me back if you can. And then I just kind of go da 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 da, and I start walking forwards and putting
Very
my
nice.
hands out and going slowly so that if I bump into anything, I can feel it.
Yeah, it's pitch black and it's strange, this feeling that you're experiencing of walking through the pitch blackness. You have no knowledge of if there's a hole on the ground in front of you, or if there's a wall that you're about to walk into, or something else, like you're thinking about, like, you know, fangs glistening with saliva just like touching one of them. You know, there's all sorts of terrible visions that are running through your head.
Yeah.
They're not magically placed there or anything, but this is how tentative your steps forwards are. So, you know, you're trying to hum and sing while all of this is going on. Donald, you're holding the rope?
No, Kellen is.
Kellen.
I am.
Kellen, yes, and it's playing out very slowly. Her steps are small and tentative, and she's walking slowly. After about a minute, Shannon.
A minute. Okay.
Yes.
Ugh.
Well, you're moving very slowly. You're not walking like
Right. Normal speed. Yeah.
Right. So after about a minute, you feel all of a sudden your hand slams into stone. You're surprised for a moment, but then when you reach back out again, it just feels like a stone wall. All told, Kellen, you've paid out about 10 feet of rope. Not 10, 20.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, I hit a wall. I think it's a wall. I'm going to just circle around now, and I start moving towards the right of the room,
Okay.
touching the wall as I go, and still da 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 da, and kind of trying to keep the melody happy and cheerful, even though I'm thinking awful thoughts and being afraid of another big fucking tentacle organ thing.
Okay. Shannon, you feel a lance of cold slash into your side. It feels
shit.
like something has reached into your very guts and slashed a scoring cut across your insides. You feel strength flood out of your body. You take a total of 17 points of damage,
Holy
Oh
fuck.
my god.
Well,
and your strength reduces by 3.
holy fuck. Okay, hold on. How do I account for this? One sec. Wow. 17 points of damage. I'm down to 1. I immediately tug on the rope and I'm like, pull me back. And I start like grabbing the rope and like running as fast as I can for like following the
Well,
line of the rope.
I yank it like as fast as I can.
Yeah. Why don't we get some initiative?
Fuck.
Yeah, let's take a break. And then when we come back, we'll have initiative set up and we can see everything that's going on. So don't go anywhere. We'll take 5 minutes and we'll come back with more West Marches right after this.